Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be working on some planks and push-ups. So when you're ready, you want to come onto your hands and knees, and I like to set up my planks by just scooting my knees back a little bit so that they're behind the line of my hips. I'm going to tuck my toes under and lift up here into a plank. Now I'll start off by saying one modification that you can absolutely do is to just have your knees on the mat. There's plenty of work in plank by working from there. If I have my knees on my mat, I want one long line from my tailbone to the crown of my head, and I still want a lot of support here in my core. If I'm going to extend the legs, I'm reaching long through the heels, one line from my heels to the crown of my head. And you'll notice too that I don't have my chest so far forward that it compresses my wrist. I have my hands a little bit forward of the line of my shoulders. So really I have a 90-degree angle here at the shoulders and a little bit of a wider angle at the wrist to help protect the wrist. I'm just going to hold here. I'm not sinking in the rib cage, I'm pushing it up away from the floor. That activates the serratus anterior muscle and helps to stabilize my scapula. Core is really engaged. I'm going to take a rest and lower my knees to the mat. You can always sit back in a child's pose if you need that kind of break by taking your weight completely off your arms. That's a good option for the rest. We're going to come back up for a second set. This time you can either hold it or you can add some push-ups. So again, you can take your plank here with the knees on the mat or go ahead and extend your legs back. We'll take 5 push-ups here. The most important thing with push-ups is that you maintain that long line. If you're here with your legs off the mat, the line is from your heels to the crown of your head. Stick straight line as I lower and I press up. I also like to bend my elbows in close to my body rather than opening out here and putting undue strain on my shoulders. 2 more. And again, a viable option is that my knees are on the mat, but I still have that nice, long, strong line from my heels to the crown of my head. I think I snuck in an extra one there. Take a rest. You can shift back onto child support. If you have anything going on in your wrists, you can definitely skip planks, honestly, or you can always modify and do planks on your elbows. That's a really great option too. Definitely, I would say if your wrists start bugging you, go onto your knees without a doubt, because that will take a lot of the weight out of your hands. One more set here. You can extend up or have your knees down. I'll do this set with my knees down so that you can see if you're taking that modification. Bend and extend. Bend and press. I'm hugging my elbows in close, supporting my belly. Everything goes down and comes up in one piece, hence the word plank in the name. So I don't want to do any of this sort of action to get myself up, right? I really want that stick straight line. And then from here, you're going to take a rest again. Can come back to child's pose. And then come forward, this time to your hands and knees. So your wrists are under your shoulders rather, knees are under your hips. Take a cat-cow, open up your chest. Exhale, round your belly. Round your spine rather, look at your belly. Open up your chest again, arch your back, looking up, tailbone spins up. Exhale, round the spine. Belly is compressed here. Come to a flat back. Press up into downward dog. Get a nice long stretch. My knees can be bent. My priority here really is that my spine is long, not that my legs are straight. To come out of this, I like to walk my hands back towards my feet because as I increase the weight in my feet, I'm also really, really stretching my hamstrings nice. I come all the way back to a forward fold. Again, my knees can be bent here. I don't have to be straight. And sometimes I just like to shake my head out, roll my shoulders a couple times. This forward fold should feel restorative, especially after all of that weight bearing. And then I'm going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, stacking my spine. When you come up one vertebrae at a time, your neck and head are the last thing to come up. Stack my spine, the shoulders fall into place, and then the neck. And lastly, the head comes up as well. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, drop me a DM, or you can stick a comment there in the lines below. Take care.